everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about foundations. I've had quite a few emails recently asking me about foundation recommendations or what I've been wearing regularly, what I'm loving right now. So I thought I would just do a quick update on the foundations that I've been wearing that I foresee myself wearing for the next few months. After having Miles, my skin was like all over the place. Sometimes it was oily, sometimes it was dry. A lot of the foundations that I used to love didn't work anymore, and I still don't know what it totally is. I feel like I get a little oily through my T-zone still, but not as much as I used to. It doesn't feel exceptionally dry, like painfully dry like it did sometimes. I don't have any weird breakouts as much as I was. I don't know. I feel like it's like more normal, but more normal to combination, I guess, with some, my cheeks being a little bit drier. So, I mean, that kind of leaves me just like, well, okay, what foundation is going to work? I'm just going to try whatever I can, and whatever works, works. So I can't say necessarily, like, for example, the Dior Forever. Been wearing it for a very long time. I wear the shade 010. I love it. This used to be one of my favorite mattifying foundations, though it was a gorgeous velvety finish and didn't look too matte. It was more, I loved it, especially when I had oily skin. And I wasn't sure it was going to still work when my skin was not as oily or having some dry days, but it does. It really is beautiful. I still really love it. I will say that I've been using it more in the summer, and I don't know if I would reach for it on exceptionally cold days in the winter because I don't find it as hydrating and kind of moisturizing for my skin as some of these others, which I kind of need. Because, like I said, my skin's not as oily as it used to be, but it is still a fantastic one. You know, I really loved the Lancome Teint Idole, and that used to be my mattifying miracle. Like, that was my favorite mattifying foundation. I still use it here and there. However, because my skin is not as oily, I find that it doesn't wear quite the same. It just doesn't look as fantastic as it did. But I still wear it. I still love it. It's not in these 5, though. And I didn't want to include it in these 5 because I felt like I'm having off days with it. So I was like, you can't sit with us. You can stay in the bathroom and I'll use it sometimes, but you can't sit with the updated video table. Updated foundation video table. Next, the Armani Power Fabric. I could never wear any Armani foundations. You guys know I used to work for them. I was an account executive for them. And so I tried all their foundations, and none of them really wowed me, or none of them really worked for my skin. I mean, some would at certain times, but it just wasn't like, oh, like Luminous Silk, everyone is such a diehard fan of it. And it's a beautiful foundation, just not on me. However, I haven't tried it since my skin has changed, so. However, Power Fabric, since the day I tried it till now, I wear shade 3.5. It's velvety. It's what I have on today. It has like a nice fresh look. It's more medium coverage. I feel like it's similar to the Dior Forever, but it's not as mattifying as the Dior Forever for me. I just feel like it's on me, it looks like a nice skin finish. And I love the amount of coverage that it gives. And I also love the color. I really love the color. 3.5. I thought I'm normally not that pale in foundations, and I thought this would be too dark. Or I'm normally not this dark in foundations. I'm normally like a 1 or a 2. But those were too light for me, and this just worked perfectly. The Dior Backstage Foundation. This is a more mattifying foundation. So I guess I do like mattifying foundations because I don't want to be too shiny. And I know I have a tendency to get shiny, so I'm not exceptionally dry. So all of these have more of a mattifying quality, but they're not incredibly, incredibly matte. Like, I feel that the Power Fabric on someone very oily, I don't know if it would work. I don't know if it would work. But I think on dry skin, it would be beautiful. I really love the Dior Backstage. It's a little bit less coverage than the other 2. I like that it just gives a very kind of natural finish to my skin. It's very long wearing. I find that at the end of the day, my makeup still looks put together, flawless, perfect. I've been going between shade 1N and 0N. 1N more in the summer or when I'm kind of using my self tanner or spray tanning. 0N is a little too light, so I do tend to like mix the 2 or just go with the 1N. if I'm very pale, I feel like I'm going, especially in the winter, I'm probably going to mix the two. But if I'm spray tanning, self tanning in the summer, I use 1N. The colors are not that great. We know this though already. Tom Ford, the Traceless Foundation Stick. I have it in the shade 1.5 Cream. I really love this foundation. It is I don't wear it as much in the summer because I find that I get too shiny with it in the summer, but it's a perfect foundation for me in the winter. It's very creamy. It's like a stick foundation. It has that kind of slip to it that a stick foundation has. I definitely feel like it's a little more creamy, not dewy, not shiny, but creamy, which works better for me in the winter. And I love the coverage on this. The color is also perfect, the 1.5 Cream. And it's just a great formula all around. And especially for the winter, I really love this. It's very lightweight, gentle. It's like very lightweight and just easy, not too heavy coverage. I'm like, they're all gentle on my skin. The Sicily Fido Teint Eclat. This is an oil-free formula, very long wearing. I feel like it gives more of a natural finish. To compare it to the Dior is more mattifying. This is more natural. I mean, they both look quite natural, but there's obviously somewhat of a difference. I feel like this is even more natural. The color is perfect. I wear 0 porcelain. It's definitely more of a winter shade for me. And it's just like my skin just, it's not as much coverage. I feel like a lot of these that I have I feel like they look good with a full face of makeup. Especially with medium coverage foundations, that sort of thing. I feel like those sort of like my Armani Power Fabric, my Tom Ford, those look good when I have a full face. When I just want to do maybe mascara, a lip gloss, brows, a quick color, which I know is like, that's a full face Mary. Not for me, it's not. But when I just want to do like a quick mascara, maybe no eyeshadow, quick bronzer, and a lip gloss, this by Sicily is a really great foundation for that. It's just a little bit more, though I can dress it up, so to speak, and wear it with a full face, it transitions well to kind of a no makeup look. And, I didn't pull out the Cicelea foundation, and I haven't tried that in a while. That was really working for me. I'll link it down below. It's a skincare-based foundation by Sicily. It was really working for me, but I haven't tried it in a while, so I didn't want to add it to the Fab 5 here because I couldn't really speak to it as using it for currently. But I think I'm going to pull that back out and begin seeing if it's working for me again, because it used to be beautiful on my skin. I used to love it. So that's it. Those are kind of like my top 5 right now, and I foresee them being the ones that I go into winter still using because they're just working for me. I'm test out foundations here and there, but not as much as I used to. I really just like to wear what I like to wear, what looks good. Love to know what foundation you're loving. Let me know. Have you tried any of these? What did you think? And I'll link them all down below, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.